Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Tamer and welcome back to another episode of I Talk Tech. In this video, I'll be giving you my 5 favorite apps for 2016 on Android. Now before I begin, I just wanted to let you guys know that I created a course online that'll help teach you how to create and code a website and an online game from scratch with no coding experience necessary. Now I have it on a sale for only $7 over there, so you can click somewhere over here and there'll be like a little box over here that'll take you to the course. And for only $7, I'll teach you everything you need and start you from scratch on how to code high quality, responsive, beautiful looking websites as well as an online game. So make sure you just go click over here. And without further ado, let's get into my 5 favorite apps for Android. Hey everyone, now the first app we're going to be looking at is called Color Switch. Now this has recently taken over the App Store in the top of the charts, and there's a reason why. It's because it's super addicting and it's a super simple game that becomes really addicting over time. So that app is called Color Switch. Now let's go ahead and play it, and it'll be easier to describe it while I'm playing it. So basically you start off as this colored dot, and basically you have obstacles that are colored. Now you want the color to match the obstacle color, that way you can continue on through the obstacle and be able to pass it and go and gain a point. You earn a point every time you're able to cross the obstacle and catch the star. So the goal is basically you want to try to get your highest score without crashing into different colors. So let's go ahead and play around with this a little bit. So as you can see, the first part is pretty easy. It's just the circles. So let's go ahead and do this first part. Now it gets more challenging as you keep going on because the obstacles become more harder to get through and they become faster. So let's go ahead and take this one. As you can see, this one is where it becomes a little bit more difficult because now you have a spinning, 2 circles spinning, and you could easily just bump into something and you would die instantly. So this one's a little bit faster. You have to be ready to tap really fast for this one. And as you can see, it gets pretty challenging. And then every time you hit that little color circle over there, it switches up your color so that you have a different color that you're supposed to hit into. Now this is a really fun and addicting game. I've probably spent a bunch of hours playing this game already. And it's overall a pretty simple game that has literally taken over the App Store in the top of the charts. And I can see why, because it's super addicting and people just love super addicting games. I mean, these games never get tiring. So if you're really into addicting games and you're really looking into something simple to play and something you can spend leisurely time with, then this is an app for you and this is the game perfect for you. So go ahead and check it out. All the links for the games and the apps will be in the description, so you will be able to download those apps right from your phone. So let's go ahead and move on to our second app. Now the second app in this list is actually a game. It's another game. It's going to be called Touchgrind 2. So I'm not sure if many of you went through this phase, but throughout my childhood I went through a phase where I enjoyed skateboarding. And this game kind of reminds me and takes me back to my childhood when I tried to learn how to skateboard and do a bunch of tricks. But if you didn't come up with that childhood, you can still play this game. It's super fun. The way the game works is that you're a skateboard and your fingers are the feet of the skateboarder. Now you want to move your fingers in a way that the skateboard react to and do a bunch of cool tricks and try to earn different points and try to basically get your highest score within a certain amount of seconds. So let's go ahead and do a sample game. So we're going to do a competition where we try to get our highest score within 100 seconds. So as you can see, it tells us trips right here. So we're going to act as if our fingers are our left leg and my thumb is the right leg. So once I put my 2 thumbs on the board, it automatically starts rolling. And we are now able to start doing tricks. Now we can do tricks by like that, so we can lift one finger and the other finger in order to pop our board, and that way we get air. And we could also flick our fingers to the sides, that way we can start doing a couple of more advanced tricks. So like this, we could flick it this way, and now we've done a kick flip. We can also move it the other way and flip this way. Now we could also flick both of our fingers, and that way we'd have a spin flick, so we go like that. As you can see, we can go like that. So basically it's just a bunch of fun. You just go around the skate park and trying to get as many points as you can within a certain amount of time. And overall, it's a super simple game, but I've been playing this game since like my childhood, because I remember when I had the iPod Touch, back when there was an iPod Touch 3rd generation, and this would be like the first game that I would play. This brings me back to a time when I first started venturing off into technology, and this is probably the first app or game that I actually paid for through an iTunes. And now it's finally on the Android, and now we can actually play this, and it's super fun and it wastes a lot of time, and you're just trying to see what type of cool tricks you can end up doing And overall, I really recommend it, and it's free on the Android Play Store. So go ahead and check it out, install it, see if you like it. If it's not for you, then go ahead and uninstall it. But you might as well just give it a chance and see how you like it. Alright, so the next app is called Snappy, and this is for you picture lovers out there that love taking pictures and basically just love taking selfies and pictures, but sometimes don't have enough hands to go and press the shutter button. So as you can see, we have our camera open right here, and we can do front-facing camera, we can do rear-facing camera, but you may be asking what separates this camera from your stock camera app that you have on your phone. Now the cool thing about this camera is that it'll allow you to take a picture and signal the phone to take a picture based on a hand gesture. So I'm going to go back here into selfie mode so you guys can see it. So what you're going to do is you're going to raise up your hand, and it recognizes that you have your hand like this. Next thing you want to do is you want to clench into a fist. So you're going to go like this. And now it recognizes that you clenched it, and now you want to release again. And then it'll start doing a countdown where it'll take a picture without you having to press anything. So let's go ahead and do that again all at the same time. So we're going to raise our hand. So let it recognize, clench, and release. As you can see, it did the countdown, and it took a picture for us just like that. And we can open up the picture right here, and we can go ahead and view that picture that we just took. So as you can see, it's a pretty cool and useful app. Sometimes we don't have enough hands, or sometimes our fingers are way too far away from the phone to actually press the shutter button, or sometimes our phones don't even recognize that the volume down button should press the shutter, or our power button would shutter. So this would be a cool one, especially if you're taking group photos where you can just go ahead and clench your fist and then automatically take a picture. So let's go ahead and recreate that one more time. So clench your fist, let go. And then as you can see, it starts that countdown and goes and takes that picture. So it's a super simple app, and you can also do it in the rear-facing camera, so it doesn't always have to be the front-facing camera. Super useful, especially when you want to signal, or when your friends that you're taking a picture of are ready. They don't have to yell out, "I'm ready." All they have to do is just clench their fist and let go, and then it will signal the picture to be taken. It's also especially useful when you have a tripod set up and you want to be in the picture as well. You just lay your phone on a tripod, and when you're ready, you just clench your fist and take a picture. From within a couple feet of distance, it'll be able to take a picture. So that's a really cool, useful feature, especially for all you photography lovers and picture takers out there, which I know there's a ton of you guys out there. And this is a genuinely useful app that's going to help you and be able to save you a lot of time taking pictures, rather than giving your phone to some stranger asking them to take a picture for you. So go ahead and check this out. It's called Snappy, and it is free on the Android Play Store. Alright, so the next app is called Shut App, and this is going to be a really big battery saver for you, especially if your battery goes out really quickly. So one of the reasons why your battery may finish really quickly is because you have a bunch of background apps working, and even when you close them out using the multitask, sometimes they're not always going to close, and there's always processes in the background doing something without you even knowing them, and without them even showing up in the cards for Android. So as you can see, Shut App has recognized that we have 23 apps running in our background, but if we open up our multitasker, we'll only have about 5 apps or 6 apps in the background. So it recognizes to our phone that, hey, you have a bunch of other apps working in the background without you knowing that it's running in the background. Now what it will do is it'll let you to press this button, and it'll let you shut down all those apps that are running in the background. So as you can see, Amazon was running in the background, Documents was running in the background, a bunch of other things were running in the background, and this will allow you to stop all those processes, and some of them are going to be useless processes that are running in the background and hogging up data and hogging up battery usage for nothing. So as long as you do this, you'll be able to save a bunch of battery, and I've seen as close to an hour difference in my battery usage time. So by using this app throughout the whole day, I was able to save an extra hour of battery life, which is really cool, especially since this only takes a couple seconds for you to shut down all the background processes in your phone. So go ahead and check it out. It is called Shut App, and it's a very useful app, and it'll allow you to save a bunch of battery life on your phone, especially now that modern day phones suck at battery life. It's going to be a really useful app for you, so go ahead and check it out. It's also free on the Play Store. The last app we're going to be going over in this list is called Tap It. Now, if you're like me, you get really tired of your background and your wallpaper within a week or a couple weeks, and you constantly want to change it, and you're constantly looking for new backgrounds and wallpaper. Now, I also love the flat and modern backgrounds that Android Marshmallow has provided to us, but there's only maybe about 5 or 6 wallpapers in that category. So there's an app called Tap It that'll allow you to customize and create some really nice flat looking backgrounds that are nice and colorful, and you'll be able to design them and customize them to your own color palette. So as you can see, we open up the app Tap It, and we can scroll through by swiping to the left of different designs that Tap It has, and they have tons, like thousands and thousands of different designs that you can choose from. Now as you can see, we can scroll through these different designs until you find one that you like. For example, let's go with this one. Now I really like this one, but the color on here, the color palette, doesn't really match my preference. Now the cool thing about Tap It is that you'll be able to select from different types of color choices until you find one that you like. Another way you do that is by swiping to the right, and that way it'll start rearranging colors until you find one that you like. So let's keep going over here until I find something that looks pretty cool. Let's go with this one. I like this one. I like the nice contrast between the different colors. Now I want this to be on my background. Now the cool thing about Tap It is that it makes it really easy for you to set your own background for the home screen. All you have to do is you're going to click this check mark button over here, and when you click that, it'll start spinning around and it'll automatically take you to your home page and set that wallpaper as your home page wallpaper. So as you can see, the one we selected is now our wallpaper. We can go back and we can go ahead and select a different design. I can show you that it updates it almost instantly. So we're going to press this check mark over here. It's going to start doing its thing, and within a couple seconds it's going to take you back to your home screen, and then it'll have that wallpaper, as you can see, as your home screen wallpaper. So it's a really cool app. It has thousands and thousands of designs and color choices that you can choose from, and I get really tired of wallpapers within about a week, and I'm always changing them. So this is a cool way to go ahead and change your wallpaper into something that looks pretty nice and pretty clean looking. So that is it for the list. This is my 5 favorite Android apps for 2016. Now, if you guys enjoyed this list, make sure to go down below and hit that like button, as well as subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Now, all the links for these apps will be provided in the description below. Now, before I leave, I just want to remind you guys about the online course I'm having. You can go ahead and check the link description, or in the top left corner of this video, you'll see a little box that will take you to that course. Now, the course will provide you and will teach you everything you need to know about coding in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And if you have no idea what those means, basically creating an ultimate website and creating an online game for only $7, which is the cheapest price out there for any course on how to code. So you don't need to know how to code at all. I'll teach you everything step by step by step. It's going to be a really great course, and it's going to intro you into coding. And I personally love coding, and I'm sure if you guys give me a chance, you'll love it as well. So without further ado, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.